Morning guys, this is day 10. We're out here in a good old field. Got nice and dusty and windy last night, so that was exciting. Besides that, doing pretty good.
What'd you learn about your tent last night?
Well, I learned that don't tent in the sand, tent in the grass, and point your tent properly toward the wind.
Yeah, we had some pretty good winds. I know my tent was bending a little bit. I have the tallest of the three, and she was bending pretty good. I had to move my bike to give it a little bit of shape. But originally we were going to stay in American Falls. There was free camping there right on the Snake River, but it didn't work out for us. A lot of heat. It was really warm out. There was no shade, and it was just sugar sand everywhere. You couldn't put a tent stake in. It's not going to hold anything. And with the wind, it just didn't work out. So we found our way out here in the back in the country, kind of where we're a little bit more comfortable. And like Mike said, found a little place surrounded by, it's like lava rock. What did you call it?
Igneous rock.
Igneous rock. So anyway, it looks like it's some type of volcanic rock. Very porous, heavy. So it's kind of interesting looking at that. But otherwise, great night's sleep last night.
Yeah, the temperature was delightful. We actually heard a little rain. I wouldn't call it rain, or maybe some raindrops.
That was all it was, yeah.
Got a little bit of moisture coming down. Today, another fairly relaxed day. We're heading towards the rendezvous with Penny on Friday.
And 2 days left for me. Yeah, 2 days left. So, yeah, bittersweet.
That it is, but it's a good day for riding. Looks like we got some clear weather for this morning. We've been very fortunate the last few days. If it had been wet in Wyoming and Idaho, we would have had to divert off the Sam's track and do something else because they were pretty messed up when they were wet. That was very evident. And he had warned us of that. So very fortunate. It looks like we have another good day today, and maybe we get clear sailing all the way into Boise this week. We'll see.
Sounds good.
And we'll see you on the trail.
Crazy how that stuff is that way though. Just all porous, heavy duty stuff.
Starting off day 10, we have a very pleasant 66 degrees. A little gusty wind. We're at 4,700 feet. Yeah, this is a nice change, isn't it?
It is.
Very fun road. Very helpful. Oh, the road? I guess it is the road.
Trail would be a better word for it.
Boy, this could be a bugger if it was wet.
Yeah, I think we're seeing evidence of all the warning, why Sam is warning us through these areas.
Yeah.
The maps we got from it said that there was a lot of dirt roads that were impassable when wet. Looks like people have struggled in here for sure.
There's evidence of that same rock that was piled up over there. The interesting thing about this trail or that, Mike, these are all legitimate county roads.
That's funny. I feel like this would hardly count.
You would think it would hardly count, but it's on some, it's registered as being as a road.
Fun trail, we need more of these.
Yeah, this is, you get into a little sand here, and when you get in that sand, just lean back and give it a little bit of power. Got some other bike trails out here, other bikes out here too. It's almost good as scrambled eggs and pancakes and orange juice in the morning.
It's better.
Yeah.
Well done through there, Michael.
Thank you.
Picking some good lines. Kind of fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's evidence of some big wash in here. good one.
Yep. This makes up for all that tar riding we did.
Yes, indeed. Well, you can't despise the tar. It is what connects you to these.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's part of it. Doing all right with it, Michael?
What's that?
You okay with it?
Yeah. Oh, you cut out there, Scott.
Yeah, so Michael, you've been talking about maybe putting together an adventure where it's a combination of people on Jeeps or UTVs and motorcycles.
Yeah.
Well, that can be done. You may want to consider that they travel at much different paces.
Yep.
And so it'd be uncomfortable. What it ends up being is uncomfortable for the bikes. It's too slow going. The other vehicles have to take it much easier.
Yep.
They don't get the same line selections we do. They have to pretty much eat what the trail gives them for the most part. Both wheels. Sorry, both tracks.
Okay.
So, something to think about. Unless you just choose to meet up somewhere, right?
Yep.
Let each of the vehicle types travel at their own pace. Agree upon a spot speed. But over time, your speed's going to pick up through these sections, and that's where the discomfort will come in.
Okay.
Where the mismatch will come in.
I was going to say, if we had my brother out here with his razor, I'm afraid that we wouldn't be keeping up with him.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. But that's a different rig.
There's a whole that's the thing, is you got to match equal with equal, and
Yeah, if they're designed for this kind of stuff, they'll fly through no problem.
yeah.
Oh, I want to sleep in a bear trap cave. Never done that before.
Yeah.
That rock out there.
Be exciting.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? This field to the right here, that is just, looks like molten.
Rock.
Wow. Impressive. Well, the day that all formed, it would not be a good place to be. Michael, with the riding we had the other day in Wyoming, a along with this track, are you getting a better sense of what the bike can handle?
Yeah, I mean, after you told me to go through the stuff, I was kind of picking the hardest lines or the lines with the most disruption just to check it out.
Good.
And it does pretty good. I am seeing some signs though that maybe I shouldn't race or do competitive stuff because just standing a lot on the bike hurts my knees. So probably should shy away from that if I want to walk normally when I'm 60.
Yeah, keep your body in check. I would not recommend racing. It's a lot of fun, but you will get injured. Now, when you ride on the edge, you often are susceptible to falling off of it.
Yep. Case in point, today.
Yeah, yep. The margin for error goes down.
Yep.
Well, Jack, I'm glad you didn't cash your whole check today.
No. No, I wasn't going that fast, but...
Okay. Good.
It's just that soil, those embankments and stuff like that, they just don't give.
No. Yeah. It's a sudden stop.
Sudden stop.
Well, we're glad you're still with us for a few more days then.
Oh yeah. It'll be kind of semi-costly. Well, new helmet, another handlebar.
Handlebar or the guard on it?
Handlebar. No, it's the handlebar.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, they're not that bad.
You rode most of the last trip with a bent one, didn't you?
Yep. That was the stock handlebar.
Oh, that's right, because that got bent on our pre-ride.
That got bent on the pre-ride.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I remember that.
And that pre-ride that fall was nothing like the one back there. That was gentle, other than my leg.
Yeah, you kind of pulled the muscle, as I recall.
Yep.
If I learned anything from this trip, I'll just be getting cows just for fun.
You like them, huh?
Yeah. My grandpa really loved cows and always wanted one. I remember that now that I think about it.
We sure enjoyed having them on the property. Last night we adjusted our chains, and Michael and I did an oil change on the KTMs. We're both running MCF 350s. Nothing blew up. We will be getting this oil tested.
You guys aren't running it like a race machine either.
We're walking.
Yep.
We're driving them for distance, not for sport.
The bottom route 3 years ago, and I started off by myself in Mississippi, you know, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Oregon, and then I met him and his buddies in Moab, and we rode for a few days together, and then we split up, but me and Dave here stayed in touch, and he came up to Michigan and rode the UP with me a couple years ago. And then he didn't get to do the Alpine Loop because his buddies were afraid to do it. So he asked me, he says, you think you could get your wife to let you do the top part this year? And I'm like, man, I don't know, you know. And so I asked the wife, and she didn't really say anything. So we were talking on the phone about how high the lottery was, you know, and he says, you play the lottery? I said, yeah, me and the wife played the lottery. And a couple days later, I asked the wife, I said, you going to let me do the TransAmerica Trail? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I called him back on the phone, and I said, hey, Dave, I hit the lottery the other night. And he's like, oh, really? How much money did you win? I said, the wife said I could do the TransAmerica Trail again.
Tell us again where you started on this trip.
We rented a Dodge pickup truck from Enterprise and put them in the back and drove to Sacramento. Started in Sacramento, rode up the coast to Oregon, and then we went to a friend of mine's, lives in Medford, Oregon. He has a hemp farm. stayed there for a little while, and then we started through Oregon and Idaho.
So just a few miles outside of Medford, we picked up the trail.
Yeah.
And that's when we officially got back
on the tab.
And
yeah.
and ridden it across since. And
we're going to try that Wyoming BDR. We heard it's a little tough, but we're going to try that, and the Colorado BDR, and then we're going to do the Alpine Loop that he didn't get to do.
Yeah.
And then head back up to Wyoming, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, UP, across the bridge to my house.
When do you expect to be done?
Probably another few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What was your first names?
Rick and Dave.
I'm David.
Rick and David. Nice meeting you.
So I had a spill a couple days ago. Yeah, I was. We were going through a pass. If y'all are going back that way, you'll go through it. But yeah, it was a really nice one. It was not overly challenging, but we've been riding a while, and my rear was getting tired, sore, and I stood up, and I went into a corner, and the front end washed out. And that's a bad situation when the front starts going down and you're standing up, you know. And it got me. So
Did you get injured?
no, luckily, no. But hurt my pride a little bit. You know how that does.
Well,
So
going down's no shame in that. That happens.
Yeah, they're going to keep on.
yeah. You're not trying hard enough if you don't go down every now and then.
Anywhere?
That's right.
You are running.
Pirelli on the front, Dunlap on the back.
Yeah, Pirelli and Dunlap.
3 years ago when I did it, I met all kinds of people. I rode with 12 guys from Puerto Rico. I rode with 4 guys from Great Britain. I rode with a couple from
We
British
all met the Great
Columbia.
Britain
I met
bunch.
these guys in Moab. I met a kid named Trevor. Yeah, I met all kinds of people. But
We thought since we're riding it backwards, we'd meet a lot.
right.
Didn't
Seems like this is the sweet spot to ride this.
It is,
you know,
weather-wise
if
and all,
this
even though
is
it's hot.
wet,
Yeah.
If this trail is wet, it could be treacherous.
Oh, yes. Oh.
I think it'd be a hard no for me.
Yeah, hard no for
Yeah.
me too. I ran into some of that in Oklahoma 3 years ago. The wet mud. Oh man, it was. I had to just get off, you know, and catch the road.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you get on. Thanks for your
Yeah,
time.
no
Good
problem.
chatting with you.
Nice to meet y'all.
So when we started this trip, we mentioned that Michael really didn't have any idea what he was getting into. 2 things were new for him. One is he's new to motorcycles. Got his license just before we left. So this is his break-in trip. And the second thing is the lifestyle, just living outdoors for multiple days, sleeping in the dirt. So those are 2 unknowns for you. So Michael, now you've got a taste of it. This is our 10th day. You do have an out to Boise since my sister's coming out to take Jack home. You could exit there if you want to, or continue on is your choice. So what's on your mind?
Definitely gonna stay for the rest of the trip. That's kind of a no-brainer. It's a lot of fun. It's vacation with the benefit of using a bigger bike, so you can't really lose that way.
Well, glad to hear it. Got some beautiful trails ahead. I am glad you're with us.
I've always loved going camping and doing stuff outside. The difficulty with that is, you know, finding friends that like to do that all the time. And this is like the best of both of them because I'm hanging out with family and we're camping every day. And so there's no discussion of, oh, I can't because I have to go do this or I have to go do that. And it's like, no, we're camping every day. It's the best part.
Someplace different every day too.
Yep.
It's so fun. This trail is like a non-stop trail ride. You know, you do things around your local vicinity, riding trails, stuff. This is never ends.
Yeah.
And it also gives you an opportunity as a young guy like yourself. You get to see different aspects of the country as well. So have you noticed different geology and differences to the country as you've been passing through?
I mean, another thing too is we'll see people that have never really left their hometown and they just don't acknowledge like the great land that we live in. the whole opportunity that comes with that and just exploring. It's really sad to me that people just get stuck in one town or one area, just never get to move on from that.
Well, some people, that's true. Some people, though, do find their harbor and like to stay in it for a while. But this is a tremendous backstage pass to America.
Now, it's like a continual interview on where a person would like to reside. Now you maybe had a little itch about coming out west, then you see it, you go, okay, yeah, I want to scratch that a little bit more, or no, I've already done that. It's not what I was thinking.
It made me realize that, our hometown of Brainerd, that's a good place. Geologically, Brainerd is pretty boring.
But we got some beautiful lakes. You love water sports, fishing and hunting, snow sports. Central Minnesota's beautiful.
Yeah.
So here's the wheel geezer lesson for the day. Be sure to ride into territory, not through it.
Nice.
So it's kind of like when you say, I'm going to go into town versus I'm going to go through this town to the next town, right? When you say go into town, you're expecting to do something there. And so that was beautifully illustrated a couple days ago when we rode into the area along the LaBarge River.
Yep.
And we decided to do some laundry and take a bath. It's so much
enjoyable.
Yeah. Now, because the pace we're going, we still miss out on a lot, but the attitude of driving into and not through is rewarding. I think another example of experiencing the environment is like the two gentlemen who just met, right? Taking time to chat a little bit, get some stories.
Got some really sharp rocks here, guys.
Yeah, careful on those tires. More fun to ride them than to change them.
Yeah, one thing that's kind of sad about going to college was that all the college classes, high schooler level college classes, and the requirement to remember everything didn't exist. Just for like high school part 2. And it didn't feel like, I was actually learning anything and retaining anything. But how the school system's set up now, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, that can happen. What a course of study does, like, put you in an environment in a supply chain. People come looking to those organizations for hiring. Learned enough that somebody is willing to take a risk on you and hire you.
Yep.
And opens doors.
It's advertisement.
It is. Yeah, you're putting yourself in the market. And you have somebody standing beside you that said, hey, this person accomplished some level. They know how to apply themselves and learn.
Like, definitely the easy thing, which is what, it's very appealing. It's just doing welding, and then, you just clock in 40 hours a day, and you clock out, you have to worry about work. You don't really advance yourself very much when you do that. It's like the easy way out. The reality, you should be investing in trying to figure out how to make more money or how to apply myself better. It's welding.
You're finding your path, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's very helpful to apply yourself towards things you've never done or don't think you can do. Stretching yourself.
Like geology, like when you mentioned geology is really fun because, unlike math, everything is set in stone. So like, if something's you don't understand something, you just look up a formula and you just put it in. It's not really thinking. And there's some puzzle work with math. But when it comes to geology, you're mixing science, common thought, and guesswork all together.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. It's quite a jump to get up by that fence there.
Yeah, that could punch a tire.
Yep. But with geology, a lot of it isn't like just equations because you have to look at a picture essentially. Like, all right, this is what happened. This is how it happened.
Yeah.
Versus like, there's a lot more interpretation to get something right than there is with other fields.
Yep.
Very similar to science.
Yeah, it's good. So once you get any of these fields, you put in your dues to go through the entry level training, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
But then you practice for a life science.
A lot of it is about growing yourself, essentially.
Yeah. Some of that's a delayed gratification too, right? So much to learn, so little time.
Okay.
I was impressed by Christopher, Karen's husband. He determined he wanted to go to the military, Navy in particular. Then he likes a physical challenge, so he said, I'll join the SEALs. Well, the guy didn't know how to swim. And he's built like a toothpick, so he wasn't your vision of a SEAL. So hats off to him. I gave him a lot of props to say, here, he looked at something that was way out of his wheelhouse. And he killed it. And he bulked up, he did the work. He nailed it. Then when he got out, he said, I think I want to do computer game development. He hadn't programmed, he didn't know the first thing about programming or computer science, period, zero. But he took a 4-year course, or probably was 3, nailed it, only then to find out it's too isolating. It didn't have enough human interaction. So he does nursing. He's loving it.
Nice.
Found his harbor. But all those skills build into what he's about, the disciplines and the leadership skills he developed through the military really puts him in good stead. The understanding of technology gives him a leg up. So that's a good example of a blended background coming from a guy who fixed stuff that was not in his lane. Very impressive.